Welcome back, everyone. I am so excited to welcome this esports/gamer, social media creator and explorer and street taco eater, Rob Davis. Rob, thank you so much for joining us. What's going on? Rob, I want to hear what you have to say. I need you to unmute. It's always, I should always cue everyone to unmute themselves. Let's see.
Okay, there
we go.
So let me rephrase. How amazing to be here on Taco Tuesday. Come on. I mean, really, street taco eater. I'm all about it. Love it.
I mean, it's perfect because I saw you were going to be on the show, and I was like, I mean, ain't no better day to debut the taco content here on display. Did you end up getting yourself a taco?
I didn't because I realized, so I thought it was a taco truck behind me, but it's actually Venezuelan food. So I have an event coming up, and I think there's food inside. That's why I'm sitting in my car. So I didn't yet.
Well, I know you're a taco fan, but you also help gamers get established online. And we want to dig a little deeper and see, you know, how you've been able to do that for yourself. So are you ready to come through and post up?
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's play Posted Up. So this is a fun one. This is where we go through your display profile, we pick up some of your posts, and we have you tell us a little bit more of the story behind them. So,
okay.
Post 1, let's take a look at this. All right, tell me, what is the story behind this post? Who is Rob? Why is this important?
So this was our first prototype jersey from our merch sponsor. We have an amazing merch sponsor for the Great Esports Street Tour. And we designed this jersey. It came in. People were waiting to see it, and I had to put it out there. And that was all there was to it. I was really excited. Had to get a photo out.
I mean, I think I need a jersey that says I'm a street taco eater, and then I just need to hit up all the taco trucks in town. I mean, that is how you declare that. That's also just great self-promotion. It's so funny that you did this because I was always joking that, like, I should go to Times Square and just hand out like little flyers that have my handle on them to start to get some, you know, buzz around my social media. But jerseys, you are not even one-upping me. You're like 10-upping me with that one. That's genius. Okay, let's take a look at our next post that we've got for you. Okay, time out. This beard, what you look like right now, before we get into this post, what happened? This beard? Give me the story behind the beard.
Well, this was the beard was a 1-year challenge called a year. A bunch of my followers saw me starting to grow a beard. They said I'd take it out for a year. I actually took it out for 16 months. My wife was not a fantastic, outstanding fan of it. Yesterday, I've been thinking about it for quite a while. I did a bunch of polls with my followers on different platforms, and they said keep it, but you know what? I'm kind of going back to the bygone era. I'm going to be honest. It feels great. It's a lot of work. So will I do it again sometime? I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, you look like a different man. You look great both ways. It certainly adds a lot of character. But I mean, I'd like to just think that maybe you did this because you knew you were going to be on the show today.
That was 100% it. I mean, everyone on display looks so amazing. I mean, I didn't want to come on with some, you know, windblown crazy beard. I was trying to up my game.
I love it. Okay, now tell me about the post and tell me where you're at and yeah, exactly sort of what was the story behind that post?
Yeah, so that post was, so I'm traveling all over the place almost every day doing content. And this was actually a few weeks ago at Envy Gaming in Dallas, Texas, a professional esports organization. And this is their broadcast room. We were actually there on a tour, and I was doing some content there, and I just popped my head in to get a picture they have an amazing broadcast facility there as part of their organization. So that's what this post was about.
So there's not just sports studios now, like there are esports studios up and running. And so on this tour that you're doing, and I know we have a couple more posts that we'll get into it in even more detail, but tell me, give me the sort of like pitch for what exactly you're doing and going around right now with the esports and the gaming stuff.
So the bottom line is this, Sarah, you know, the world has generally and still generally views gaming, especially if we even keep esports out of it, it's kind of an epic waste of time. And I have been a gamer since 1978. And as I've watched esports develop, as I've watched opportunities in gaming develop, I realized there was no connection to the people that were there in the top 1% and the people that wanted to be there, you know, the millions around the world. And so I started Delta V Esports a while ago with the mindset of helping to develop skill sets, hands-on skill sets for people to be able to earn money in the world of gaming and esports. And then I decided that I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I don't know everything. So why not go on a one-year world tour and interview and talk with people that are making money in the world of esports and gaming and share their information. And that's what the Great Esports Street Tour is about, and why I'm times like this sitting in my car and traveling around.
I love it. I was going to say, how authentic is that? You are so transparent. You're like, listen, I'm traveling the world. I'm doing my thing. I'm teaching people about esports, and like, I am literally in my car right now. It's so perfect. And I just have to ask, because I plead a little ignorant on this topic, like, you look at a big studio like that, right? What exactly is taking place there in the esports? What are they reporting on exactly?
So esports is bigger in viewership right now over this last year than music and what was the other one? It's music and movies. So there's more people watching esports than is watching music events or watching movies combined. It seems incomprehensible when you look at it worldwide. There is a lot of eyeballs, a lot of attention on the world of esports. It's just in general, we don't think about it that way. So there are studios and venues all over the globe that are reporting events. Here locally in Arlington, Texas, they just had their first Envy Gaming, did a Texas homestand at the largest North American esports venue. They have a full world-class ESPN quality production studio there. I'm very close with those guys. They did an amazing job. So there's a lot of attention and a lot of eyeballs on esports and gaming. People just don't see it as clearly, especially in North America, as it really is.
Well, I love that you're showing us. So let's take a look at the next post that we dug up for you and see why you posted this. Okay, so podcast, are you on it? Is this your podcast? What's going on with this?
So I was actually doing a piece of content this is Chantel Boucher. She's part of the Esports Future Eye Network. And she asked, I want to do a piece of content with her. She makes money in esports. And this is actually at the Esports Stadium, Arlington. And she said, hey, while you're here, I would love to you do these great podcasts. I'd love to do a podcast with you. And I was honored. We sat down, we did a podcast, and we had a kick in the pants time. It was a lot of fun. So that's where this was actually in the room in the stadium where I was streaming before I decided to do the tour. So that was fun time. Very
cool, very cool. Okay, let's see what we got for our next post. Okay, this is the wife you were talking about who was not so much a fan of the beard, yes?
This is my amazing wife of 33 years. This August, we have raised 6 kids together. She's my best friend. She is everything that you would think that she's amazing. She is the rock core of our family, and she doesn't like to be in front of the camera very often. Once in a while, I'll get her to get in front of the camera. I have to make sure she's okay with whatever picture I took. And luckily, I got to post one here. But yeah, that is my amazing wife. And hats off to her she doesn't get the whole esports thing, but she is patient and tolerant and very supportive.
I love that. You guys look great. And I gotta ask, so while you're traveling, how is she staying home? How are you navigating that?
So she stays home most of the time. She kind of runs our business operations on the back end, so she takes care of that. Plus our family. You know, we have a big family.
6 kids.
And we have 6 kids. We have 6 kids. So you know, they're all adults. They're all grown. But she runs all the family stuff. She takes care of that. Fortunately, I have a great personal assistant that takes some of that off. But most of the traveling, I am out on my own because I run a pretty crazy schedule, especially once we go international. And to be honest, Sarah, I kind of wear people out when they're around me. So I kind of have to let people have me in doses. I let her come with me when she wants to get out. There's a few international trips she'll come along, but for the most part, she kind of lets me just run at my pace.
I love that you have that awareness. That's amazing. So let's take a look at this video where I'm sure we'll see some of that energy.
We all know that esports is going to rule the world, but the question is, how do you make money at it? It's the #1 question I get, and I hear it over and over and over. People make money in so many ways. I want to know from the people themselves, the people that are actually making the money. Do they have jobs? Are they influencers? How about a traditional brick and mortar business? Or
I mean, this
are they
sounds
the
like a
talent?
course I need to take. I don't understand any of this, but being that this, you know, community, this entertainment sector has become so vast, I love that you're educating people on this, particularly, you know, those of us who, I mean, either don't know anything or are looking to, like you said, become that sort of like top 1%. Really, really cool. So in doing this, I mean, where'd you get the idea from? Like, how long has it been in the making?
So, you know, I've been a gamer since 1978. I think I mentioned that. But in the making of this, I just realized, you know, there's a huge disconnect. In my generation, I'm 58, so I'm a baby boomer. And my generation largely discounts anything that has to do with digital, right? And then gaming for most people, I get it. I'm a parent. I talk with people every day about it. You know, it's kind of this epic waste of time. And yet kids, I talked with a young man, Alejandro, today, a little bit earlier, 20-year-old, and he grew up in the world of watching YouTube gamers and being in digital content and seeing people all around him make money. What I realized is that there were two major problems. Number one, the pathway to actually have the skill set to get there, understand what it is. And then two, for the valuation process to let parents feel warm and fuzzy that their children are going to be productive members of society and, you know, outside of gaming, just be a fighting thing. And the other side of it was to help a lot of youth who grew up thinking that it's easy, right? So I can kind of bring the work ethic and the understanding to say, look, there's nothing easy about having a career in gaming and esports. It's a lot of work. You have to treat it as a business. And I'm going to show you the people that are. I'm going to give you the information and tools and the ability to develop that so that you can, in the correct way, have a part-time, full-time legacy career in the world of gaming and esports, as well as having the support of your friends, family, and loved ones. In 10 years, Sarah, this is going to be a moot point. Esports is the fastest growing sector of almost anything in the world right now. The reach of gaming, it's going to be the biggest industry in the world. There are amazing, amazing things happening. You know, we're a little bit early in right now, but that's changing very quickly. So that's really where it came from. Connect these people that want these careers with the reality of what it takes. Let them connect with people that are doing it, that are explaining how they got there, and I'm just going to share that and build from there, and then keep it going year after year.
It's great. Friends, stay right where you are. We'll be right back with more Rob Davis.